She's not distant because she stopped loving you. She's distant because she's tired. Not the kind of tired that a nap fixes. It's the kind of tired that comes from carrying everything for everyone for too long. And she didn't even notice she was doing it. When she's running on empty, but still showing up for everyone else. And you may think she's fine. We all may think she's fine because she's still smiling. She may think she's fine. But the smile is starting to crack quietly and invisibly. And if you don't learn to hear the silent signals of exhaustion, you might miss her cry for help before she even knows she's breaking. No. Ooh, that's better, right, babe?
Yeah!
Yeah. She founded an architectural concrete company.
He founded a $100 million clothing company.
She took the world by storm as a social media star.
He took the world by storm as a famous serial entrepreneur.
Together we started a business.
And had babies.
Now we're figuring out the best ways to do both.
Join us as we learn from other entrepreneurs going through the same life struggles.
As they share their life hacks about success, love, kids,
and everything in between.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Becoming Unshakable, the Legacy Conversations bonus series, a special edition brought to you by the Entrepreneur Parents Podcast, a community of strong families building unshakable legacies. I'm your host, Ildiko Ferenczi, and it is an honor to be back with you all today. Today, we're diving into something tender and urgent. And it's so important because we need to know how to recognize when your wife, the woman you love, is quietly slipping beneath the weight of what she carries. This has been a really important topic amongst our community, and I want to share it with all of you listening. And please, this isn't about blame. It's never about blame. I'm just using my voice to express and share the topics that we've been talking about because I know it's the very thing that you guys need to hear. And ladies, follow along with us because I know that you're going to feel it the same way that the ladies do in our community, the ones we're just talking with. So please remember, this isn't about blame. It's about awareness because exhaustion, it has a sound. And every husband who learns to listen can save his marriage before it shatters. Across the United States, more and more mothers are running on empty, and not from lack of love, but from the weight of what experts now call parental burnout. According to the American Psychological Association, nearly half of working mothers report feeling chronically exhausted and emotionally drained, a rate significantly higher than fathers. And the World Health Organization recognizes burnout as a legitimate occupational phenomenon. I can't talk. I can't think. I can. How dare I say anything negative? No negative words. See, this is the thing that we're talking about, people, right? When you are about to say something negative or negative about yourself, catch yourself, change it, flip it around. So that's one thing I love to do. So you caught me doing it. Occupational phenomenon, right? That's what burnout, the organization, the World Health Organization recognizes burnout as a legitimate occupational phenomenon, one spreading among mothers who never get to clock out, because we don't get to clock out, especially with young children. I mean, it goes through the night. I know and my whole community, most of my community, I shouldn't say my whole community, but most of my community, it's 24/7. We're the ones that get woken up for sore bellies. If someone feels like they need to throw up, they pee the bed, diaper change, all the things. We're the ones getting up. So our sleep is broken, not for a couple nights like before, pre-baby. It's all through the night, every night, repeatedly, year after year after year, depending on how many children we have, right? So this is actually quite a serious thing. And researchers call it the invisible load, the mental checklist that never ends, right? Oh, I need new clothes. Baby's grown out of clothes. Children need to be here. It just goes and goes through your mind. We need toilet paper. We need soap. We need body soap. Baby needs soap. I need baby wipes. It just goes on and on and on and on. It's like a mental checklist that keeps going and going. And studies show mothers handle roughly 70 to 80% of family logistics and emotional labor. This is just the way it's been. Doctor appointments, projects, meals, bedtime routines, peacekeeping. And we're usually the default parent. Even if something's wrong, they don't want daddy. They want mommy most of the time. This is the facts. It's the unseen work that keeps homes running, but also keeps our mothers from truly ever resting. And when a woman becomes the default parent, she's not just tired, she gets depleted, literally physically depleted. I know because it happened to me. I got so unhealthy that I got sick. No sleep, not eating properly, especially when you have your first baby. You're in this mode where you take care of everyone. And I remember noticing it when we were out once, and I was doing it for the longest time, but everybody's eating. I'm feeding the baby. He was just starting to eat solids and stuff, and I noticed it, but I just kind of realized, okay, so nobody blinked an eye. I didn't even have a bite. Everybody was eating. I think we got together for a get-together. Everybody's eating. Nobody blinks. Nobody says, hey, mama, no, here, I'll feed the baby. You eat. Nobody does that. We need to do that. Oh my gosh, we were talking about this in our community the other day, a little bit off topic, but when moms, they're caught off guard because it's their first baby, second baby, third baby, and she just had the baby. Everybody wants to come over, and it's hey, let me hold the baby. You go do your mom things, your chores. No, not nowadays. Okay, we know better. They come over and they help. Leave mommy with the baby. Let her actually relax. Let her mind relax with the baby. Let her enjoy the baby. You do the dishes. You do the clothes. You do the things. Bring the food over. Don't make her cook. Don't make her cook, please. Okay, I can hear the women clapping on the other side going, I didn't know this either. And then one day I got sick. Or something happened and I woke up. So we need to be taking care of ourselves. We need to be speaking up for ourselves. And our husbands, more than anything, need to say, you know what? Hey, why don't you guys bring the food? Or why don't we go over there? Make the mess at your place. Let mama relax. Let mama hold the baby. You know, it's just the things just need to change a little bit. They need to shift a little bit because our moms are getting overloaded. So anyway, what was it? We were talking about how she's not just tired, she's depleted. And every time the little ones call mom, her heart responds before her mind has a chance to even catch her breath because it's instinct. It's instinct to take care of not only the baby, but everyone around her, especially when people come over. She becomes this, like, she gets into servant mode. She gets into serving. And it's not duty, it's reflex. It's love in overdrive, and it's pulling from her. And what's even more heartbreaking, most mothers don't ask for help. They don't. This is what we were all talking about the other day. And it's not because they don't need it, but because they've been told that exhaustion is just part of love. When a man, this is another thing that came up, when a man has never learned to process his own emotions, his unhealed frustration can quietly become one more weight she carries. She may want to express herself, but she's nervous because he's frail with his emotions. He'll explode. And then she has to pull back and be the strong one. It's okay. And then just cover up whatever she was going to share. So that's another thing that came up when we were talking. And that woman, they were talking about how sometimes things fade, where they were once the woman who danced through the kitchen laughing. Now she's walking on eggshells because she doesn't want to bring up whatever she's going through, trying to keep peace in the house that was meant for her refuge. And too many men mistake her silence for strength, right? They think she's fine, but she's not fine. She's functioning, right? She's just functioning. And she's trying to keep everything afloat, even while she's sinking. So these are all some really important thoughts here. And most mothers won't tell you they're breaking. They just won't. You have to be strong. I know I would rather, I don't know, whatever. I would never, ever, ever want to even show. Like these are things that I struggled with. When I was silently struggling, I was like, oh, well, this is just part of my new territory. This is just part of becoming a mother. I can't complain about it. And even when I caught myself I caught the thought, everybody's eating, everybody's enjoying themselves. I never asked anyone, hey, can you hold the baby while I have some bites? I'm so hungry. My stomach is hurt. I'm so hungry right now. Can you just hold the baby? Well, I didn't do that. I didn't. The APA notes that emotional exhaustion is one of the earliest signs of burnout, often appearing as irritability, forgetfulness, or withdrawal. Those are 3 common signs. And if you could catch them, that'll be gold. Therapists call it the empty cup effect. She's still giving, but pouring from something that has nothing left inside. And if you ask her how she's doing, guess what she's going to say? She's going to say, I'm fine, because she's been conditioned to equate rest with weakness and silence with strength. So silence with strength, right? And rest with weakness. Dang, that's powerful. Research from the Gottman Institute, I love the Gottmans, after decades of studying marriage, shows that chronic stress without repair leads to emotional detachment. People, we've been watching it. Emotional detachment is what happens. And you'll see it in subtle ways. She laughs less. Her tone sharpens faster. The sparkle in her eyes start to fade into survival mode. And the woman who once dreamed out loud now just manages the day. She's lost her hope. She's not angry at you. She's exhausted by a culture that tells her to be everything at once: nurturing, productive, beautiful, present, and grateful. Emotional safety isn't built through perfection. It's built through presence. Studies in the Journal of Family Psychology show that when fathers take more emotional and household responsibility, marital satisfaction rises and maternal burnout drops. Help doesn't just lead to healing her body. It restores her spirit too. Not just, we were talking about this other thing too, because there's not a lot of places where entrepreneurial couples can lean into, because here's the thing, and this was really interesting, and this is one of the studies they were talking about, is that when they have a family business, they're doing the business things together, but then when it comes to the traditional responsibilities, say laundry, washing the dishes, all those traditional, thought of traditional type roles, I think it's more of an American thing, because I know my European family, like when we go home, they cook together, they wash dishes together, they're laughing, they're singing, they're having an incredible time, and they do everything together. My uncle and auntie in Toronto, they have a garden together, they grow everything together, they cook together. They are just the most incredibly beautiful couple, and they look so young. I'm not going to reveal their age because we just don't talk about that. Never ask anyone their age, okay? If they want to act like they're 18, they're 18. They are so sweet and so adorable. But yeah, that's like the European thing that I saw growing up. And before, when my father was at home, as I said, he would cook and do the most beautiful, incredible dinners and stuff. So when we were talking about this, it's interesting that it's a Canadian and American thing. I don't know if you guys can relate to that listening. But what we need to do, we need to ask her, what can we take off your plate today? So as I was saying, so those entrepreneurial couples, they're leaving the traditional things on the women, and she doesn't even notice. She's just used to doing it. I know I do. I like to do more of the load, or I think I do anyway. Maybe I'm brainwashed, but yeah. I feel like my husband and I need to take cooking classes together. I think he frowns on it. I think he really frowns on it, but I feel like it's so healing for my family when they cook together and they do these things together. I don't think that it's going to make them less of a man if we have fun cooking together. So I'm excited for that. We don't do that, and I would love to do it. I think it would be so cool. It would be so great. And I know my son, he loves to cook with me, and my daughter too, but that's the way I'm raising them. So again, where was I? What was I thinking? Asking her. Oh, yeah. Asking her, what can I take off your plate today? Something along those lines. It doesn't have to be exactly that. And then listen without defending, okay? Because she may bring something up that you're not used to. So just don't get defensive. Just listen. The goal isn't to fix her. It's to see her. See her. What does she need? Maybe it's something kooky and weird. I don't know. Maybe she wants you to put candles on the tub, run her I don't know. You need to talk to your beautiful queen and find out. And ladies, don't be shy. Ladies listening, don't be shy. Express what you want. I made that mistake. I did that mistake. I made that mistake when the baby was little, okay? And I ran myself to the point of I got really unhealthy trying to handle everything, being the superwoman. I even had articles because I had a lot of press at that time after the baby. I was so proud of being the Wonder Woman that did it all. Me, all myself. We weren't meant for that. We weren't built for that. I promise you. So when she feels seen, her strength will return. Not because you saved her, but because you stood beside her while she remembered who she was. Let's not forget who we were. And we can help our wives remember who she was. Not in our community, but I have heard men say, oh, she just let herself go. She's not even the same woman. But what did you help her do to become the woman that she was? Before you reach for that coffee, consider this. What if the energy boost you're looking for isn't in your cup, but in your cells? I challenge you to swap your morning coffee for Shilajit by Symbiotica. And here's what can happen. No crash, no jitters, just clean, sustained energy, plus mental clarity and trace minerals that our bodies actually need, that are actually starving for, to be honest. This isn't just a supplement. It's an ancient adaptogen sourced from the Himalayas that supports mitochondrial function, stamina, and overall vitality. Your coffee never did that. Okay, let's just be honest. Try it for a week and tell me your body doesn't thank you. Symbiotica's Shilajit is next level wellness, and honestly, you may never go back to drinking coffee. Click the link below down in the bio and get your Shilajit today. And she's never going to be the same, and neither are you. You're a father now, and she's a mother. But help her to be her best. That's what we do as leaders. When we as women, we help our husbands become their best too. That's our responsibility as well. Because listen, strong families, I always say this, strong families aren't built by one person holding it all together. It's just not. They're built by two hearts choosing to carry the weight together. We're a team. Remember, we're a team. We're a team. We're a team now. It's the Holy Covenant. Emotional safety is the foundation of every long-lasting relationship. Without it, communication becomes defense. With it, love becomes sanctuary, a beautiful, safe place. The Gottman Institute finds that couples who create emotional safety endures stress and change better. I wrote this note down. So, couples that create emotional safety, they endure stress and change better. So they don't avoid hard conversations. They approach them with respect and repair. Not everything needs to be perfect, but we could definitely work on things together, right? Let every person be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. James 1:19. I wrote that down too because I thought it would be important for you to hear it. Safety doesn't come from never arguing. It comes from staying gentle while you do. You have to stay gentle. We're always going to bump heads. What is it called? Bump heads. We're always going to have our own opinion, and it's okay to argue. I think it's great to argue. You don't have to argue behind not closed doors, but you don't have to hide that you're arguing. I say this all the time. It's okay to argue in front of your children, as long as it's not violent or scary. But if you're able to communicate, you don't sweep things under the rug. You're going to teach your children how to become toxic and overlook things that are important, ignore their spouse's feelings. They need to be able to communicate, and they're going to learn how to become master communicators through watching you guys together. I want to go over some steps now. So the first one is listen to understand, not to win. We're in this together, not to win against each other. It might feel good to win, but then what did you just win? You threw your partner under you threw them in a hole. Give them a shovel to bury themselves? No, we're not supposed to win. We're supposed to win together. Empathy lowers cortisol during conflict. I wrote this note down by the Journal of Marriage and Family Therapy. When she says, I feel alone, Don't explain, respond. That must feel heavy, and I'm here. What did she just say? I feel alone. I feel alone. And then don't get mad. What do you mean you're alone? I'm here. I've always been here. No, you can acknowledge it. That must feel heavy, babe. I'm here for you. Okay, please remember I'm here for you. What is it what makes you feel alone right now? What I'm hearing is that you're, whatever it is, okay? Communication, the way you speak to each other, that's what changes everything. Secondly, rebuild trust through consistency, predictability, and follow through from secure attachment. Predictability, sorry, I'm trying to read this note here. Predictability and follow through from secure attachment. And that's Harvard Health. So basically, show up when you say you will. Show up when you say you will. Keep the small promises. I'm going to be home at 5. Be home at 4:45, but no later than 5. It may not seem like a big deal to you, but literally, you're late, you're shattering her trust in you. I'm going to be home on Friday. Babe, why aren't you home on Friday? When are you coming home? I don't know. Not only she hears that, but the kids hear that. What do you mean you don't know? You said you'd be home on Friday. I was depending on you to be home on Friday. I made this incredible dinner. I have an incredible surprise. You didn't even call me to tell me that you're not coming home on Friday. When are you coming home? And you say you don't know? Well, that's going to turn into an argument. This is an example. So show up when you say you will. Keep the small promises. Trust grows by pattern, okay, guys? Not by speech. Words mean nothing. I teach my daughter this. Don't worry about the words. Don't worry if he says you're pretty. Don't worry if he says all the sweet things that sound nice. It's what does he do? Does he honor God before everything else? Does he honor you? Is he going to protect your innocence? Is he protective of you? Does he pressure you to do things you don't want to do? Then you run. Don't walk, you run and never look back. Because your dream man you're going to be someone's dream girl. And you don't have to beg him to do stuff for you. You don't have to beg for the bare minimum. I'm teaching my daughter this. She's little tiny BB. She's tiny. She's a tiny little baby. She's my sweet little baby. But I want her to know these things because sometimes we get trapped in this, oh, yes, I'll do anything for you. You're so beautiful. Like, geesh. Nope. And she's so wise. You got to ask my husband. She is so wise. I mean, he says it's kind of sassy, but she's so smart. She's so clever. God let her keep that little attitude. But she knows who she is. And she says that stuff. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, thirdly, I'm getting off track. Step 3, create a rhythm of repair. I wrote another note here. Healthy couples turn toward each other 5 times more often than they turn away. I'll read that again. Healthy couples turn toward each other 5 times more often than they turn away from each other. So that's from the Gottman Research Lab. I don't have my glasses. I don't have my contacts in. Sorry about that. I hope that made sense. So healthy couples turn towards each other 5 times more than they turn away from each other. When tension rises, reach for her hand instead of your phone. Reach for her. Look at her. So when you feel the tension rise, and I know this feels very courageous, very scary even, but reach for her, connect with her fully, And reminder, we're on the same team. Okay, create that rhythm of repair. Don't be afraid to repair. That's so important. And your children need to see that too. And I think this is the last one. Is this the last note? Yes, step 4. Pray together. Pray together. The Pew Research Center notes that couples who pray or attend church together report higher satisfaction and resilience. So pray together. We talk about this all the time. Pray together. Something comes up, a big decision. There's obstacles in the relationship. She's looking like she's going through a lot. Pray for her, with her. Let her see you. Pray for her. Mention the things that you're noticing through the day. Dear God, Father, I want to pray for my wife's strength. I want to pray for her rest, her ease. I want her to, whatever it is. It's so beautiful. It's going to be so beautiful for her to think that you noticed this stuff, that you're noticing, and you're praying about it. That's incredible. It's beautiful. Now, Ecclesiastes 4:12. I wrote this down. Oh, shoot. Where is it? A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken, right? Prayer invites God back to the center where he belongs. So good, isn't it? It's not just the 2 of you guys, remember. It's the 3 of you guys, the Holy Covenant. So beautiful. If your marriage has felt tense or quiet, start small. A small prayer. A safe marriage is rebuilt one kind word. One kind word, one repair at a moment, one prayer at a time. Start small, but start today. Start right now. Hold your wife safe. If your wife is with you right now, hold her hand. Hold hands while you listen to this. I'm just imagining you guys doing it. How sweet, just that feeling. We're in this together. Who are you in there with? You're with the love of your life, your soulmate. Emotional safety doesn't just protect your marriage, it shapes your children's view of love. And we were talking about this. We talk about this all the time. Every calm conversation teaches them that connection is stronger than conflict. Your children need to see your spouse come first. Your spouse come first over everything and anyone. It's so important. Every repair teaches them that love can survive hard things, right? Love can survive anything. If you guys have love for each other, you guys can survive anything until one person gives up. But if you guys are both in it to win it, you're gonna win. The home you're building today becomes their internal world tomorrow. And that's the legacy that you leave. These are the keys of success that you're embedding within the children. So when you choose kindness over control and pause to pray instead of react, you're not just saving your marriage. You're teaching your children what peace looks and sounds like. This is so important. Now, I want to invite you to grab those journals. Pause this for a second, grab your journal, and we're just going to write something down in here. I love to write this stuff down because then I can look at it at another time. I think it's so important to do that. Now, if you don't have your journals, then just close your eyes and think about the answers. But I really do suggest write it in your journals because then you can look at it later. So I'm going to invite the prompts for the wives right now. Number 1, where do I feel unseen or unheard? And how can I share that with grace? How can I share that in a way that he's going to understand? A second prompt I'd like to invite you to think about, when did I last rest without feeling guilt? It's a good one. And then thirdly, what helps me feel safe? What helps me feel safe, and how can I communicate that need clearly? How can I communicate that clearly? So think about these 3 things. Now I want to invite the husbands. When did I last listen without preparing my reply? Or getting triggered? And then second, what small action can I take this week to lighten her invisible load? Even if she looks fine, what can I do? What can I do? What small action can I do to help that invisible load lighten? And then thirdly, how can I lead with gentleness, not control? Like think of how Jesus loves the church. How can I lead with gentleness, not control? And then I want to invite something for both of you. What could peace first look like in our home this week? What does that look like? Peace first. What does that look like for your home this week? And what would change? This is the second one, last one. What would change if we saw each other as teammates instead of opponents? What would change? So I want to encourage you to write these things down. You can rewind it, text it to yourself to write down later, or pray over it. Pray over it tonight. Choose some bits or all of it to pray over once you've written your notes. Now we're coming close to the end. Yeah, this was a good one. My goodness. So take a moment to close your eyes, put your hands together if you're able to, if you're not driving. Father, thank you for the gift of partnership, even in the messy, imperfect moments. Teach us to listen with empathy, to lead with humility, and to love with endurance. Restore safety where fear has lived too long, and remind every weary heart that peace is possible again. Let our homes become havens where words heal, not harm, never harm, and where our children grow up surrounded by gentleness, grace, and unshakable love. In Jesus' name, amen. Hi, Mama. Amen. I love it when you pray with us. I love you, sweetheart. Little Destiny's here. So I wanted to thank you so much for spending this time with me, friends. You've been listening to Becoming Unshakable, the Legacy Conversations bonus series, a special edition brought to you by the Entrepreneur Parents Podcast, where we're building faith-filled families and unshakable legacies together. If today's conversation spoke to your heart, please take a moment to share it with someone who needs this reminder of hope and love. Also, snapshot this and share it to your Instagram story and tag us at Entrepreneur Parents Podcast. We love to connect with you and follow you on social media. Your share might just be the seed that restores another marriage, another home, another heart. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already to the show. Leave a kind review and 5 stars. Every word of encouragement helps us reach more families who are fighting for peace. And if you'd like to help build faith and strength in children everywhere, you can support the Entrepreneur Kids Legacy Show. What's your podcast?
Entrepreneur Kids Legacy Show.
Yes, there's a link in the bio at buymeacoffee.com/Entrepreneur Kids. Daniel and Destiny are working so hard to bring leadership, faith, and legacy lessons to children all around the world. We got friends, they got friends all around the world.
Even my mother does.
Yes, I do too. Yes, I do. And every act of support, donation, every gift, every dollar amount any dollar amount helps their voices grow to produce the show. It helps all children's voices grow stronger. And it's helping to build tomorrow's faith-filled leaders. Tomorrow's leaders, it's amazing. And every act of kindness, every act of support, every dollar amount, every donation, every gift helps all children's voices grow stronger, more confident. And I feel like together, these little ones are building tomorrow's future leaders. I love it when they get the messages from these incredible kids that they're connecting with, that they're doing great things in the world. So if you have donated, thank you. If you're an ongoing support, we appreciate it. Did you say thank you so much?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So we just want to give you a big thank you. They appreciate it. And it all goes to production. And we're so grateful. Because listen, guys, strong families build unshakable legacies. Did you just bite my cheek? Because strong families build unshakable legacies, and it all begins with choosing to protect peace at home. God bless you all. We love you.
God bless you all. Thank you, beautiful friends, for listening to this important message from Mama. Share with someone you love and care about. Oh, and we'd love to personally invite you to listen to our podcast. It's for young future leaders ready to change the world and be a light in the dark. Listen together as a family. It's called the Optional Kids Legacy Show. We know you'll love it. Be bold, be kind, build an unforgettable family legacy. God bless you. We love you. And parents, if no one told you yet, let us be the first. You're doing a remarkable job. And remember, you are the hero of your story, because every legacy begins with a hero. And that hero is you.
This podcast is for inspirational and educational purposes only, and it is not intended to replace professional advice, legal advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The views expressed are based on personal experience and faith-based insight and are meant to encourage reflection and growth. Always seek the guidance of qualified professionals regarding any questions or concerns you may have about your health, relationships, or business.